Our social relationship with any Twitch streamer.
See this one, no microphone. Indeed, that's what I'm trying to fix now. There we go. Let's see if that's working. Fantastic, we should be working. I have no idea why it did that. It decided to end up going, hey, you know what would be a great idea? To disassociate your microphone from your setup. Thanks, Obs. Thanks. I really appreciate it.
Really appreciate it, Obs. Really appreciate it. I got the wrong camera there.
Could you tell? I got the wrong camera. Well, come on in, by the way, Garlips. Hopefully you're doing most excellently this evening and you are enjoying your Wednesday. What a fantastic stream you were doing earlier of Balaran's Wonder World. I almost said Wonderland. Seriously, that game has a Mandela effect where I've thought it was Wonderland for years. I genuinely thought it was. No one noticed. It's fine. Fantastic. I'm glad that no one is paying attention. It's good. But hopefully everyone is enjoying their wonderful Wednesday. I've just realised that I haven't actually updated the category, so I'm going to update that now whilst we're live. I'm going to do it live. Final Stardust. There we go. Cosmic Nexus. There we go. Wonderful. Card things. There we go. I'll update it. There we go. That should be wonderful. Baleric's Wonder Trip. Baleric's Wonder Trip is definitely a game of all games. I am actually interested in playing it. It was one of those ones where every time I saw it, I was like, I should really give that a go. I didn't realise it was a meme in the Clock Tower community. But now that I know it is, I should probably end up getting on and giving that a go. So I decided to purge the G-Unit chat so new people can't scroll up and read Smack Talk. Google it. Surely a one-click thing, right? Nope. Although I think there's a way to end up making it so they don't see history in there. I think there's a way of setting up a channel to end up having a history. Oh God, manual deletion, every single one. Welcome on in, by the way, Wholesome. Hopefully you're doing most excellently this evening. So this is a card game. I was offered it to review, but I didn't actually end up getting around to it during that timing window. So now I'm doing it way late, and it's fine. It's fine. You've started, so you'll finish. There's got to be some things about Discord that you can end up making it go. I'm in existence. There's some minor gripes and things like that in life, but other than that, I'm in existence. Hopefully you're doing most excellently tonight, Wholesome.
I hope you are, Wholesome. I really hope you are.
Right, so let's move on over to the live game. And there we go. I'm going to put the music back on now. There we go. I'll reduce it down a bit more. Don't hide. You don't need to hide.
Don't hide from me.
So this is Cosmic Nexus, which is a card game that is supposed to be slightly different. It's not going to end up having the microtransactions. You don't open things like that. But apparently it's got a story mode and things like that. So we're about to find out. That was a cute little creature. Hey, new star. Welcome to the world of Z-Media. That sounds very much like something that someone who hates the media would say. Oh, I didn't want to end up looking at the news on the mainstream media. I wanted to read it on X. I wanted the fresh X media, the media.
The media.
My name is Mephisto, and I am here. I'm glad that they put my protagonist just below their name. So you know that they're a protagonist, okay? I wasn't aware of that before they did that. Hopefully, there isn't going to be a twist, and it turns out that they're actually an antagonist. My grandpa taught me how to believe in the heart of the cards. Sure you did. Sure you did, Grandpa. Have 2 cards under the table. Cheating, you know. My name is Mephisto, and I'm here to assist you with your enrollment as an elementalist. Personally, I am a proud Mars elementalist. Red is a cool colour. Sorry, red is a cool colour. Don't you think so? Before we continue, I need to tell you a couple of things about planet Zemedia. Oh god. Zemedia is inhabited by elementalists, humans who can utilise elemental magic powers known as magic. Each elementalist can own familiars called planos. The elementalists and planes fight hand in hand to achieve their goals. We're all mentalists here, we really are. Astral Link, Overdrive, Mazzy, Hyper Mode. There are so many other things that I want to cover, but it's not the right time to do it. Thank you! Don't worry, we'll have plenty of time to learn everything, I'm sure. Now, why don't you tell me more about yourself? I can definitely feel something special about you. Oh, get your hands off me, you sick weirdo. Can you start by telling me your name? You just spoke to someone and you didn't end up getting their name beforehand. Right, avatar creation. Right, we can have male or female. You can't select neither, so you've got to pick one. Nothing about name yet. Don't know what's going up with this up here. That's something. Hopefully you can see my cursor, and it's terrifying. But up in the top right, there's actually, you can't see my cursor. So let's turn on the cursor so you can see it. There we go. I can go into studio mode. There it is. It should be able to capture, can't? People call me racist for writing off a whole planet, but it's true. Zemedia lies. They really do. I can't believe it. We'll go with a female character. Catchphrase. Your fate lies in my hand. Do not take me lightly. It will be your loss. I'll show you what true Caro mastery looks like. No one works harder than me. Practice is only for the weak. My deck is unstoppable. Let the games begin, and may the best player win. Oh. Let's go with victory is within my grasp. We'll go with that. You can't go back. Oh, I can't go back. Right. Name. Sausage. Welcome on in, Deck EF. Hopefully you're doing most excellently. We're playing a weird card game. That was a terrifying zoom in. I must say, it's one of the weirdest small little things. Really small thing. But I do like how authoritative that selection is. It goes donk, and it has a good vibrate on it. I'm in existence, my friend. I'm in existence. Very much in existence.
Existence.
Let's see what we should do for hair. We can have long. I bet you these options aren't on the male model. They'll have one long hairstyle for the men. We'll go with purple. We'll go with this braid thing. There we go. Sausage. Victory is within my grasp. Right, so we've done that thing. Jesus, what's wrong with you? Have you gone Super Saiyan or something? I see, that's a very cool name, but not as cool as mine. Ha ha! Ha ha! Boom! Here we got the boom! Ready or not? Ha ha! How do you like me now? By the way, which element are you going to choose? In case you forgot, mine is Mars. You are free to choose, but I highly recommend Mars as your first element. Intermedia, each element is based on a planet. Please tell me yours. Wearing a French beret and holding a baguette. The media is fake news? How do you make a sausage casserole? That's a great question for Sausagetron. Just roll your sausage into the casserole disc and add some veggies. Then wait for a chef to magically make it for you. Oh, Sausagetron, you are getting cheeky, aren't you? Tankiness and healing. Fire and lava. Place items focused on burst. Jupiter. Place items focused on utility and speed. Place items focused on status effects. There's a couple missing here, aren't there? There's a few missing, aren't they? Doesn't tell you the exact ingredients. No, it's keeping that a secret. Well, flop my sausage. So chat, what do you think we should do? Do you think we should end up going with the Venus planets? It's not very nice that it doesn't allow you to click on the planets and skip over to them. You've got to use this little up and down thing here. Status effects. Utility and speed. Bursting. I have no idea what bursting is. Tankiness and healing. We can look at the decks, I suppose, so we can have a little look at this. And it will offer us no help, because we won't know what any of these cards are. We can't even zoom in to see them. What? That's just so... That's so amazing. The weather in London is currently 8 degrees with a 71% humidity and a wind speed of 3.13 meters per second. Packs extra layers for a chilly outing. Well, that's useful because tomorrow I'm in Central because I've got to go into the office. Got to head into the office and have a lovely, lovely day. And then in the evening I've got to do some shopping. And then it's back to low-res editing because I really want to get the new episode out sooner rather than later. The sooner I can get out the newest episode, well, episode 3, the better, you know. But we've got an exciting recording next week. I'm really looking forward to it. We've got an Oops All Clock Tower recording, and that's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to that. And it's also the furthest we've gotten in a series. We haven't cracked 6 episodes in a series yet. I mean, we've only had 2 series, but we're actually going to crack 6 episodes. We're actually going to go up to episode 7 in a series. Who would have thunk it? I certainly didn't, but we're actually getting there. And I've been thinking about how we're going to end this series, and I know exactly how we're going to end it. Testing the API I made. Haha! Recipes don't work as intended, unfortunately. Ooh, 7. 7 episodes. I can't believe it. 7 episodes of Series 2 we would have recorded at the end of next week. And we've got May as well coming up, so we've got May recordings as well. So this is going to be a mad, mad series. And I know how it's going to end. I won't spoil anything, but it's going to be... It's going to be an interesting ending. It is getting slightly more popular. We've gotten up to 91 subscribers now on YouTube. So we've got 91 people who have subscribed to Low Res now. I mean, 91 is a little generous because obviously one of those is my own account. So it's really 90. But either way, we've got 91 accounts subscribed to Low Res. So hopefully that will end up getting even more mad. The next episode files are appearing on the drive. Shots 10 and 11 tomorrow. Beautiful, beautiful. And then that will mean episode 5 of Series 2 finished. And then we'll end up having episode 6. God damn. Oh. It's getting to the point where I'm actually thinking to myself, is it worth it to end up like taking a few days off just so I can get up to date with the first draft edits, and I'll just get those all out of the way, and then it just means that I've got weekends to work on the final edits. Because the way that I edit low res is that I end up having a first edit where I end up basically chopping together all of the footage, gets the shots, like which cameras to go with, no major removals of bits and pieces. And then the second edit is the one where I end up chopping bits out and making it a reasonable length. Because we've gone from On the last one, an hour and 55 to 55 minutes. So that's... a lot gets chopped out. Right, so what will we pick? I think I think I'm going to go with Venus, because it's about healing and tanks. I have no idea what any of these creatures do. They're showing me deck lists and not actually letting me inspect the decks. It's a massive achievement, and Mr. Matt has sadly become an editing gremlin. I am an editing gremlin. That's some nice artwork. Oh my goodness, we've got an achievement. Interesting. It seems you already have a clear path in your mind. I know we have just met, and I'm asking too much, but can you do me a favour? Do you want a duel? My brother Nefesto went rogue, and I don't know how to stop him. Unfortunately, I am no match for him. However, you seem to have a lot of potential. Fendiar thinks so too and wants to help you. I will entrust you with him. He is more than just a plano. He is my partner. Ew, you sick fuck. Just no. That dog thing does not look happy. He is also a celestial plano, which means he can communicate with elementalists. I believe he will be very useful to you. I have high hopes for you. Your journey starts now. Okay, no. It seems like the developer of this game wants to talk to you, so I'll take my leave. See you soon. Right, so the developer wants to talk to me now. It's injected this in. It said, you're a terrible human. Oh, okay. The developer didn't want to talk to me. Welcome on board, new Elementalist. I can't let you play my game without a tutorial. It's time for a lesson. I know I will be dumping a lot of info at once, so feel free to revisit this tutorial later from the main menu. Battles in Final Stardust are very dynamic and last 5 minutes or less. You could even disable all the animations in the setting. No time to sleep. You don't have to worry about wasting your time on a bunch of user interfaces. You just need to focus on positioning. Actions per turn are kept to a minimum. You select a slot on the field and boom, you let the magic happen. Convenient, right? Don't overthink it. You will get used to everything after a couple of turns. Trust me. Let's talk about how to win. There are 2 ways to win a battle. Depending on your playstyle, you can choose which one you want to aim for. The first one is reducing the opponent's magic points, known as MG, to 0. You can think of it as life points, which I will certainly do. Each player starts with 4,000 life points. I'll D&D tomorrow. Whoa! Oh my goodness. Look forward to that, lads. Enjoy it. The second one is reaching the turn 0. Turns are reversed in Final Stardust. You start from turn 16, and the turn count decreases until it reaches 0. The winner will be decided by certain conditions like who has more planos on the field. More on that later. Monsters in Final Stardust are called planos. All decks are comprised of 20 plano cards, and each player draws 5 plano cards at the start of each turn. Each plano card has an elemental power, EP, health points, HP, and a cost to play it that is present in the middle. EP represents the amount of damage you deal when you attack, while HP represents how much you can withstand before getting destroyed. It's worth noting that a plano will also get destroyed if his EP reaches 0. Enough talking. Let's try to summon a plano. To summon a plano, you need to have enough space counters. Oh my god. The amount of space counters you get each turn scales with your turns. So in your first turn, you get 1 SC. In your second, you get 2, etc. With the max being 6. Select the left Chiparo card to summon it. You can right click on cards whenever you want to get a preview. Then select the left slot on the field. When a Plano is summoned, he receives a timeout status effect that prevents him from attacking for 1 turn. We aren't concerned if we have female Planos. I'm all good, just back from an orchestra in Rochester. John Williams, Hans Zimmer, and low-res music was played. Wonderful! I'm glad they were playing some low-resolution music there. Unless they were actually playing the theme song from Low Res Series 2. That'd be pretty mad. Each Plano has an on-summon effect. This means that the Plano effect can only trigger after it was summoned. Ignore this effect for now. We're not even sure why we're bringing it up. Each turn is composed of 3 phases. Standby, battle, and end. You can navigate between those with the phase button, wherever that is. The standby phase is the one we are in. We just play cards from our hand. The battle phase is where our plans attack. Yeah. Oh, there's the phase button. We can't attack anyway on the first turn, so you can end your turn. You can do that by clicking on the phase button. Many things happen in the end phase. The first one is discarding all the cards in your hand to the vortex. Get fucked cards. This means that effects that involve the vortex can utilize the enemy Planos too. The vortex was empty. That's why Chaparro's effect didn't work. The end phase is also where the status effects make progress. Make progress? Since the timeout only lasts for 1 turn, it is now cured. Finally, we have Mazai effects. These magical creatures provide a field effect that affect both sides. However, Mazai effects can only affect 1 lane at a time. So if the Mazai is on the left, it will only affect left slots, whilst if it's on the right, it will only affect the right slots. They also have a timer that makes them appear over time and affect the current state of the battle. You wouldn't download a shiny Plano. Digital theft is theft. You will be shot. Okay, now it's my turn. Let me summon a Plano too. Due to the timeout status effect, I can't attack either, so I'll just pass my turn. Holy shit. The second way to summon a Plano is evolution. Chiparo evolves into Hakaparo, but the problem is Hapagaro costs 3 space counters, not 2. That being said, we can still summon him thanks to the residual space counters. Residual space counters, RSC, are space counters that haven't been used. This means that you can skip your first turn, turn your space counter into a residual space counter, and use it in your second turn. Before I forget, each player starts with 1 residual space counter. This gives extra options in your first turn. So 2 space counters plus 1 residual equals 3. We have enough for Hakapario. Let's summon it. My god, they're just loading a lot of stuff. I mean, I like the way this looks. Since the vortex isn't empty this time, Hikaparo's effect can work and increase his EP. You could have summoned Hakaparo directly instead of using an evolution. However, the benefit of using an evolution is that you don't receive a timeout. That's right, evolved Planos can attack the same turn they are summoned. Let's enter the battle phase.
The battle phase.
The battle phase. Attacks happen automatically during the battle phase. Each Plano will attack the Plano facing it. If there is no opposing Plano, the attack becomes a direct attack. When you attack a Plano, you deal damage equal to your EP. Planos only receive damage when they are attacked, so you don't have to worry about losing them when attacking. See, there's a lot of things I like about the way that this looks. It just... They could have done with streamlining that intro. I'll just summon another Plano and pass my turn. Big boy now, ain't you? Any card in your hand can be played at any time as long as you can afford its cost. For this to happen, we need the third summoning way, the Plano Sacrifice. Making a sacrifice works in the same as an evolution summon. The only difference is that the sacrifice is a wrong evolution. You have Fendar in your hand. He is level 1. Hakaparo is level 2. If Hakaparo had an evolution, that Plano would be level 3. There are usually hints related to the evolutions. Either the ID number is close, either the Planos look similar, or maybe their names are similar. So why do we want to choose Fendar? Because we want to transfer his effect. By using Fendar and Hakapiro, Fendar is sacrificed, and he transfers effect to Hakapido. Fendar's effect inflicts a phase-out status effect to the opposing Plano. Phase-out allows us to... Right, so the big one eats the little one. But I would have thought it would have been the other way around. It feels like they're putting an awful lot on this. He also loses 1 residual space counter. That seems a bit unfair. Defense is not an option. Right. They really did make a mistake here in making this tutorial a bit silly. Like, if you want a tutorial, set your creatures first. Like, give you a basic, like, introductory deck and make it as standard as possible. Each Plano has a dark form. The dark variant is hard to find and usually provides a different effect. Not fully implemented yet. Okay. However, regular Planos and dark Planos are interchangeable. This means you can evolve a regular Plano into a dark Plano. In this case, we are going to evolve the Chaparro we summoned last turn into a dark Hakapiro. Give it a try. Oh my god, another mechanic. There is one last mechanic that I need to cover. The overdrive mechanic. Right now, your Dark Haparo can't attack directly. But your Fenachan can make it happen. Each Plano has a second effect that's called overdrive. Do you remember when I told you it's all about positioning? You might have noticed, but the field has 3 different lanes with a letter on it. The Solar Lane, S. The Eclipse Lane, E. And the Expert Lane, X. Sorry, L. To trigger an overdrive, you need to place your Plano in the slot with the star icon, the Eclipse slot in this case. With Fenachan's overdrive, we can target the rival Plano in the Lunar slot and destroy him before we get 3 Splingos for our quick bots. And our Blippity Plappity will end up slapping down on the Fisigabakity. The field is now clear. Let's end this battle. However, I want to mention a couple of things. For fuck's sake. Mazion's slot positions are always random to make each battle feel different. You might have noticed the edges of the background getting red. A supernova is coming. This is the second win condition. If you reach turn 0, the battle ends and the winner is decided based on the sum of EP on each field, unless there is a draw. In the case of a draw, so an exception, there will be other conditions that will be considered. To keep the thing simple, I won't cover them in this You could have fucking kept a lot of things simple, to be honest. When your deck is empty and a new turn starts, your cards in the vortex are shuffled before going back to the deck. So you don't need to worry about your deck becoming empty. This also means that you can reuse the same card multiple times in the same battle. That's it for today. Good luck with your future battles. Oh, for God's sake! Just end it after good luck in your future battles. Just, you didn't need to do extra shit. You didn't need to do anything additional. Like, there was a point that you could have just cut that off, but no, you had to add an extra dialogue box. That was a bit terrifying. Oh, he killed our big boy. I'm just making that thing massive. Alright, there we go. That's done. It's done. Leave. Just, I like the way that it's just like, victory! Leave. Like, for a game that's big and like, bombastic, like, so far, this game's impressed me with its visuals. Like, the visuals of this game are quite impressive. Like, there's lots of lovely effects. I like the fact that the cards, some are little tiny creature versions on top, and that reminds me of the generation, I want to say, like, 5, 6 of Pokemon, where they had the little tiny sprites that bobbed around. That was all very fun. I like that. Victory. Now the planet of Venus is allowed to eat the planet of Mars. Wonderful. Everyone loves a Mars bar. Well, except for people who don't like chocolate, but and it's that sort of marshmallowy like stuff that's inside of them. But either way, I like the way that this game looks. I'm enjoying certain aspects of it, but that tutorial was fucking rough. Like, I get that you want to explain all your cool things and you want to explain all your mechanics and you want to do all of this stuff, but keep it simple. Like, just keep it simple right at the start. Just be like, literally, click here to place a card, place card. Just do that. This is what happens. You attack, you, like... That they tried to bog it down a bit with all of their terminology. And for a new property to do that, it's incredibly difficult, if not damn near impossible. So I don't understand why they decided to go down this route of trying to, like, cram as much stuff into your throat as possible right at the very start. So we've got our world map here. Look, the little ship follows where you go. Whee! Waste more fuel. Imminent arrival. So clicking on that back just took you all the way over to there. So I presume that's a case of it. It just defaulted the cursor to over there. It just went, right, okay. It's pretty funny. Right. Here we go. So we can talk to people. Hey, good to see you again. Look, again, it's nice that they put protagonist there, so you know that he's a good guy, okay? No ambiguity in our characters. No ambiguity. You can't... They have to end up saying whether they're good or bad directly, okay? Yeah, I know. I'm on my sofa. You can clearly see that the sofa is just over there. I'm terribly sorry. I was gonna stream from the sofa tonight, but to get to the sofa streams, I need to get a plank of wood from behind me. I need to unscrew where the microphone is, and I need to do a lot of faff. Whilst this evening I just thought, no. It's not on the sofa, but it's stream of the sofa. It is indeed. Look, the sofa is just here. And here's a battery pack on the corner of it. There's bag that I store cables in. Here's a pickle rick. A Mimikyu. A Sonic the Hedgehog. Apparently this is a rare one as well, actually, apparently. Just doing this to anger Garlips. Because he doesn't like Funko Pops. He goes, I hate them. I hate them Funko's Pops. I hate them, I do. Sonic the Hedgehog says, I do not like the Funkos. Garlips does know his rare Sonics. And here's my sausage trophy. But yeah. They could have been. Or they got turned into little Liliana Besses. With her cold, dead eyes. Or Professor Onyx, as she's known in later Magic sets. Every Funko Pop is directly correlated to one's unscratched arse. You've got hands. Big, disgusting, grim hands. You could just use that. Or get someone else to scratch it for you, to be honest. Why aren't you doing that? Think about that, okay? If you ever feel a bit crusty, I'm always up for a challenge. We gotta make sure you stay on track. I miss Fender already. I hope he's doing well. But I have no doubt in my mind that we'll learn a lot of things with you. Alright, let's do the basic battle with this penis. Tonight I'm having orange rhubarb tea. It's still as delicious as ever. Right, so our elemental one is here this time. Oh, it was the weird deck that they gave you at the start. So that deck was given, like, that was my bad. Right, so these are the cards we've got. Don't know what to summon at first. Let's summon this one. Yeah, I have a feeling that little thing will evolve into that big thing. We'll wait a couple of turns for it, but we can do it. We can do it. Sorry, that is a Pokemon. How the fuck did they summon 3? Must be able to lift 50 pounds of ass. Oh my goodness. That sounds quite distressing. It's all very fun, this, but, you know. Let one of those become a reserve counter. But that bird's dead. This cat thing is dead. Oh no, he's taken that thing out. Oh no, he hasn't. It's okay. No Evos. Oh wait, no, we do have one Evo here. Shockwave to the rival. Awesome. Might as well put that one on that one. And we'll go to attack phase, I suppose. See how this goes. I've specifically made ass lifting and suspension device. That wasn't the problem. The problem was no time off over Christmas. Those are peak ass from itch hours. My goodness. Look at what's happening in that weather that's causing you to have to scratch your anus that much. I have no idea what's going on sometimes in this. What? What's your favourite sausage symphony? I still don't know what the fuck is going on in this game. I assume stuff is happening. I have no idea why these two died. Like, they just died. They were just like, I'm done with life. I'm just going. It's like, fine. Drop my sausage. That was out of nowhere. I am playing a game of cards. It'd just be nice, like, for things to ping what was happening. Because battle ends at turn 6. Winning player, high MG, gains 500 EP. Okay. All level 1 planos on this lane can now attack twice. Okay. But that still doesn't explain how 1000 damage was done to 2 of the creatures on one of the turns. Like, I'm still very confused as to why that happened. Lock that down. Feed a little one to the big one. Those two are on timeout, so they're not even going to be able to attack, so that's fine. Make that one stronger, I suppose. I could be playing a better card game, I suppose. Oh, there's the Board's filling up now. Apparently we've only got one turn left. Put that on that one. Again, some sort of visual representation as to why things are happening would be good. I got 2 achievements for something. I'm level 2 now. Oh, I get to pick a card. I don't think any of these are for my deck, are they? I think that one might be. Gold Stardust, Blue Stardust. Stuff's happening. Progress is being made, I suppose. Woof ship. Woof ship. Oh, she doesn't look happy. She looks a bit sassy. She's like,
Harry is pleased to meet you.
Oh, we don't know if she's a protagonist or an antagonist. It just says elementalist, so she could go either way, okay?
Harry works hard every day, but Harry is sad because she is still very young. Harry wants to have an explorer card to visit the other islands. However, Harry isn't 18 years older.
Let's stop the conversation now, then. Sorry, I can't speak to people under 18. It's just, I can't do it. It's weird. Like, oh, they're going to force me to fight her, aren't they? Bastards. Absolute arseholes. Can't believe they do this to us. Sorry, but young people scare me. I just can't understand them. They say words and etc. and I can't deal with it. I might as well summon the wolf thing. Gets healthier each turn. Squid. Burb. How? How have they got two? How have they got so much straight off the bat? What the fuck? You only get one at the start of the game, and then you get an additional reserve counter. However, your opponents automatically start with 3, and they can just do whatever they want. Ah, she inserted a credit card for this battle. Gotcha, that happens. Well, we're going to lose these two, because if you go second, then you're stuffed. So she's already evolved one. I still don't know what's going on. Right, I can evolve that little thing. Can do nothing else this turn, so we can just attack. Answers on a postcard, please. Right, so the middle one is phased out. I can't. That's not going to be able to do it. That's not going to be able to do anything. Oh my goodness, big squid. Excuse me, how are they attacking? Didn't that one come in this turn? So weird. Right. Let's see if that kills the bird.
Ari isn't ready to give up yet.
Oh, we're getting into the pinch music. It's pinch time. That's that thing dead. We've done right to the face and the battle's over. We won. We won somehow. For a game that loves its visual flashiness, it would be nice if it actually indicated what was attacking what. Like some sort of arrows to say, this is what's this doing, this is what this is doing. Like something other than just, stuff is happening. I hope you ended up paying even more attention during the tutorial, which didn't cover a lot of this. I know I was complaining about the tutorial, but the tutorial ended up having a lot of random, complicated terms that are dedicated to this game only. Right at the start, rather than going, this is... We're just going to explain it in very plain, simple terms. This is what's happening. This is what's going on.
It'd be nice if they did that. It really would be. But they didn't do that. They did the opposite of that.
Oh, this is another elementalist. We don't know whether this is an antagonist or a protagonist.
Yo, how are you doing? I have one year left before I graduate, so I'm doing my best at school. I would love to challenge you to a battle when you have some time. It's always fun to learn new things.
Whenever a character smiles with a giant grin like that and they've still got text, I always presume that that's how they're talking. They're talking through gritted, smiling teeth. Next time you see someone doing that thing and they've got text at the bottom, try reading it out in your head or read it out, you know, like that. Okay, because we're going second, we get 2 RSC and 1 SC. Space counters. Space counters. So that explains how they were getting 3 on their first turn. Because they had 3. Horse. Pony Sai. They can devour a rival. That's worrying. Is this a premium game? It is not. It's actually a full title that you have to pay for. So there's no microtransactions, there's nothing like that. So you earn everything in the game. So that's nice. So it's very much like those old like Yu-Gi-Oh games and things like that. So that's a really awesome thing. It's just there's a lot of work to be done. This is very, very much in the early stages still. So it's not quite fully come out, but you can definitely get it on Steam. It's just getting used to certain things in this game is interesting. Because the thing with like old PlayStation Yu-Gi-Oh titles is that they were mostly just play the single player campaign, get a load of things and build your deck as you play through the single player campaign, and those were awesome. Like Pokemon the TCG on the Game Boy did that. Was it the Masters of Fates? Jewels of Fates on... No, because that's the most recent title. No, it is Jewels of Fates, isn't it, on the PlayStation? But there's like a few Yu-Gi-Oh titles on the PlayStation where it's just deck building. And this is trying to follow on in that sort of similar way, which I think is really great. I like that all your monsters are cute and cuddly while your opponents have terrifying beasts. You get to pick from 4 different planets at the start. And that will denote which creatures you get in your initial deck. So I've got all cutesy creatures and things like that, but they can evolve into more terrifying creatures and stuff like that. So the game looks pretty. Like, the effects that I'm seeing on screen are great. And there are things that directly influence, like this Vortex thing here has all of the cards that have been discarded or removed from play. So there we go, it's gone up to 17 now. But there are things that take from how much is in there. Oh no, we've lost all of our creatures. We won't have enough to evolve that into that. And that's 3, that's 3. Did not get a good hand on this one. I think we're going to lose this battle, lads. And these little things here are like modifiers. Effects don't work in this lane. If only one Plano has a status effect, apply it to the other one as well. Losing player less MG gains 300 MG. MG is health, I believe. And you can stack creatures on top of creatures to make, like, give them their effects and stuff like that. So there's a lot of cool stuff happening in this. Let's place out 2 little creatures just so we've got something to block. That should give us 2 reserves. Yeah, so we've got whatever we had left over here becomes reserve. As long as we don't get hit, we won't lose this reserve. Forbidden Memories! It was certainly a game that was made and sold. It really was. That's the one that's the speed run is based on RNG and you just have to hope for the best. Alright, so we can plonk this down. Evolve it. So if you ever played Magic the Gathering, everything comes in with Summoning Sickness. Yep. Actually, is that the best one to bring out now? What's this one do? Cure level 2. Increase solar ally max HP by 400 for each SC. Well, I'll have none of them left over, but if I have that at the end of a turn, and then I have loads of SC left, then that's probably going to be pretty beneficial. Let's pop that down for the time being, though. I think we need something like that out. There's a big boy someone there. Oh no, not our rhino. Oh no, not our burb. Oh no, not our little hedgehog. Oh, hedgehog's dead now. Poor bugger. Oh, we just got his evolution out as well. See, they evolve. We'll plonk that out, I think. And I think we'll put that on that one. And we'll feed a little one. Feed a little one to the big one. Right, attack phase. Kill the fish. Not enough damage. Dead. Dead. End. I'm going to bonk that down for 3. Bonk that down. Bonk that one down as well, I think. And because we're plonking other ones on top of other ones, that actually gives them the effect that's on the card. Right, let's see what happens now. Oh, we've only got 2 turns left. So we're going to need to do some serious damage in the next turn. Yeah, I think we've lost this one, definitely. Like, unless something magical happens this turn, we've definitely lost it. here we go. Battle phase. But we're not going to be able to do enough damage directly to his face. Oh, have we actually won that? I think we might have just won it, yeah. 2,400 to 2,500. Somehow we won. Somehow. Right, now we've got to pick another card. So that can just transform something. If this plano has at least one shield, adds 2 more shields. And that evolves from something completely different, but it's got a ridiculous amount, and it's got level 5, and it's all crazy. Oh, it won't just let me, like, cheat and select all 3 of them to take. That snake thing seems probably the most sensible option. Stardust. Dance. Oh. We're in the stadium now. Oh, look at him. He looks like he's up for no nonsense, he does. But how do I... That's the deck that they've got, so... Cute dog things. And it gives him free money. Well, come on in, Jelly Bear. Punch him in the deck, Mr. Matt. I will certainly attempt to. Right in the deck. I am seriously contemplating punching him right in the deck. Don't you worry about that, my friend. But what I want to know is how I end up spending... Ah, there we go. Decks building. Alright, let's have a look here. Starter deck. I can add a fish. I do have to end up strengthening it. I've got to make sure it's strong enough, but I can only have 20 cards in here, you see? Fender. Oh, it's the evolution for our starter boy. So I think we can probably drop one of those. There we go. I think Tenacious D had a good way to strengthen decks. They did, apparently. I remember reading something about it, and they ended up having a 3-step like strengthening like system for decks, mostly involving resin, if memory serves me right. Oh, I've got a welcome gift of 2,000. Let's claim it. Buy booster pack. Here we go. What booster pack should we get? I have a sneaking suspicion we've got to go for the ones that are similar to the ones that we've got. Mercury. Venus. Let's pick up 1 pack. Here we go. Offline only. From what I can tell. This is one that's coming, like, it's coming out soon. Like, you can still play this in early access. But it's very much a we're not going to go ahead and end up saying you need to go and buy a load of cards and things like that. It's just the complete experience in here of flying around and doing little battles. Yeah, it is cool. It's nice to end up having a simple one on there. It's coming out, it's coming out, it's coming out, it's coming out. It's there. Woo! Got the sit on you. Pokemon TCG Pocket is going to be very, very interesting. However, I am very worried about the monetization policies they're going to put in that game. It's going to be silly. Look, we'll just face facts. We know that it's going to be silly. Like, we know what Pokemon are like, and Pokemon, oddly enough, like money. And one of the things they like to have is more money. So I have a sneaking suspicion there's going to be a lot of ridiculous things in that game for money. We all hold strong. Like I grew up with the Pokemon TCG. That was my first major TCG that I was playing, and I was playing on set 1, like first base set, way back when. And I ended up having an Electabuzz deck, like, that I built up over years, and I still have that deck. Like, that's one of the few Pokemon cards, like, that I've still got knocking around here. My main collection is down in Pompey. And, yeah, there's some cards in there that are worth quite a bit. Like, first edition... Like, a first edition Dark Charizard foil card. Like, that was one of my first packs of Team Rocket, and that was in there. I'm excited to see Pokemon TCG as a dual links kind of vibe, but the simpler format will be a plus to my smooth brain. I've heard that dual links gets pretty insane. I believed in the heart of my mom's credit card. Yes, you did indeed, Garlips. I believed in having, like, starting to play Magic in 1999, not understanding it whatsoever, and selling all of those cards, which was not smart. I was more into Pokemon. I was way more into Pokemon at the time. So I was just like, no, I don't need to get... Like, these Magic cards are alright, but I don't really need them. And then it's like years and years and years later when I'm, like, massively into Magic. And I'm like, yeah, Magic is much... As a card game, Magic is one of the best in the world. I liked Duel Links until they started just absolutely dumping cards into the game and I couldn't keep up. I've heard it's difficult to keep up with the Joneses on Yu-Gi-Oh! So good luck if you like to keep up with the Joneses. But it's very difficult. Very difficult. Like, I saw Yu-Gi-Oh! Like... Because I have played Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, way back in the day. Like, when it first started coming out over here. Like, that was when I started to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And I was like, that's... Like, it's a really awesome game. And apparently the modern game is nowhere, like, completely different to what the old one was like. So it's like, don't bother. Welcome on in, False Zero. Hopefully you're doing most excellently this evening. We're discussing card games. We're playing a new card game. One that's, like, early access. It's invoking a lot of the old, sort of, like, card game, like, actual games. Where it's like, you don't have to put extra money in this. You just play the game. And it does the thing. Damn! Ranked top 100 in the first Kyber tournament and hit King of Game rank in the first 4 seasons. Well, you are Markman at the end of the day. Like, we've seen your performance on the Wheel of Struggle. We know what you're like. You're quite opinionated about card games. Well, I think this is only going to call for one thing. Poke. Now I'll set 5 minutes on that. There we go. My content does not meet guidelines. Oh. It's because I put ho. Twitch doesn't like it. Refused to put in more like $10 into the game and it left me behind. Yeah, no, that's what I do with Magic these days. On Magic Arena, I don't put in actual money into that game. And I've got over 4,000 gems on it. Which we had like 2 streams ago. I was going like, oh, I wonder how much that is. And it's like, oh, it's over 20 quid. And I was like, I haven't put any money into this game. I don't do it. Like, I don't want to. I don't know what Twitch has against hoes. Like, hoes are a useful garden implement and a part of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Meta in 2024. Played some Arena last year, was fun. Ooh! What did you end up playing? Was it, like, what colours are you, like, typically gravitating towards? Because I'm typically white-black, but, somehow on Arena I'm white-green. I don't either. I need to find a race with Marky at some point, because I want to take on Markman in some ridiculous challenge. Which will be very interesting, because I'll probably lose, but we all know that's basically the result. So I'm very interested to end up seeing what sort of battle I can have with Markman in some sort of game. Preferably something that's ridiculous. Of the starter decks, I gravitated towards the Phyrexia one. I think it was black-white. Phyrexian black-white is pretty tasty. I actually picked up a Precon, Commander Precon, mostly for the Planes Chase cards, because I love Planes Chase as a format. It's ridiculous. You have a big set of cards, and each plane ends up having a different effect, and you can roll a dice, and it either go to another plane, or you just get stuck there. And it can really change how games like operate. It's like an extra version of Magic you can play. So yeah, that was really cool. But I got a Brimaz black-white, pre-constructed Commander deck, which Commander is a format in Magic where you have 100 cards and one that is designated Commander, which basically says how your deck is going to work. So my actual main Commander deck is all about spiders. So it's black, green, and red. And it's all about making everything attack every single turn, because that's one of the things I hate about Commander, that no one bloody attacks, and everyone ends up being like, ooh, and this just goes, no, you're attacking. Every turn. Every turn you're attacking. I don't care against two, you just need to attack. Oh, I picked up something today. This will really anger Garlips. This will really... Garlips is going to get furious at this, okay? Now I got this, which is the Funkoverse game expansion. So it's like a little strategy game, like XCOM, but with Funko Pop figures. And there's loads of different expansions and boards that you can get that will end up having different scenarios. I was like, just on the off chance that one day I have friends in the meat space, I can play this. Because at the moment, my daughter sees this. My daughter sees this bit where it says ages 10 and up. And she goes, that means I can't play it. And it's like, I've raised you too well that you end up getting to the point where you end up saying, I can't do this if it's got an age rating on it. It's like, yeah. No tea. I wish there was a word for, like, when you go to pick up a mug and there's no tea in it. And you end up, like, you experience that temporary, like, oh, like, there's a small amount of disappointment, but you also know that that's kind of on you. Sort of like the French concept of ennui, but for tea. On tea. Right, so at the moment on the poll, Magic the Gathering and something else are tied at 1 apiece. Drinks appointment. It sounds more that you've ended up making an appointment to go to a bar, though, doesn't it? Like a drinks appointment, you end up going like, oh, I'm got off to the bar. Like drinks appointment. See, Escape Route had one of the best puns, like, you know, the ennui, like, joke, and I thought that's great. Left wanting. Ah, that's pretty good, actually. I like that one. That's really good. So the poll results are that Magic the Gathering and something else have ended up tying. So whatever something else is also tied for the best card game with Magic the Gathering. Right, let's do some more battles in this. Let's talk to this weird dude. Aldean. So we got a new thing here. Something else is Netrunner. Ah, very nice. Deck building game. So not really a TCG, but just one of those things where you end up building a deck as you go on. Love those. I've still got it on main cam, haven't I? Which is useful because I was going to show this.
Whoops.
Sort of knocked over a load of things there. I've got these promotional Top Trumps Borderlands 2 cards just randomly here. Which is nice. Oh, and Garlips, when are you going to get onto Staffel 2? When are you going to get onto Staffel 2 of Utopia? Yeah, the German version of Utopia. No, it's an LCG, basically a non-randomized CCG, but it's constructed decks like Magic. Oh, okay. Because I thought it was one of those ones where you end up opening a box and basically, like, as you play the game, you're building the deck. And then you end up basically having the competitive mode afterwards. You're not going to. I know, it's fine. It's fine. You won't like some of it. I know you won't. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine, okay?
Anyways, we shall end up seeing how we end up doing with Danos here, who's Aldean. So they're throwing something else in now. What is it, young person? Did you do anything illegal recently, lad? As an Aldean, I need to prevent crimes and make sure everyone is safe. Oh, you did nothing wrong. Never mind then. Fuck off. One day I'll come up to you ready to the theory craft, and you won't be ready. No, I'm going to end up saying, like, oh, so... Yeah, that was weird that came out right before COVID, wasn't it? Like, a couple of years before COVID. And then the American one came out at COVID times. And it was like, whoops! This was the worst possible time for this to come out. Other than the fact the American one kind of loses all the subtlety and nuance. Like, really loses it. People complained about the UK one's violence. Yeah. They're going first. I don't like the fact that this giant clock obscures how much they've got in their hand. Like, I know that basically you can just count how many things they've played on a turn. Like, that makes sense. Right. I think it's best to bring out 2 small ins. We use one of our SCs to bring out a small boy, a Harry Moru. And we'll move our phase. And we've lost all our creatures. Oh, is that 2 attacks? Overdrive effects. Effects don't work in this. It's kind of stuffed us here, hasn't it? Right, what's got the best overdrive effect here? I have no idea what these things mean at the bottom. Lunar ally. I only assume that everything in this deck is Lunar. I assume. Oh wait, no. Lunar is this one, isn't it? Left hand side. Right hand side. Guess that's it for the turn. We're going to lose another creature. What's even the point? Like, everything's dying. Well, let's try and build up a board state again. Just something. It kind of feels like you're on a massive back foot if you're going second. And they've tried to counter it by giving you more resources on your turn, but that kind of doesn't make up for it in some cases. Kind of stuff from the start. HSC. We might as well throw this battle because we basically lost this already. We know that. Ugh. Oh, that big bird survived. And we take direct damage to the face. Well, at least we can start doing some big attacks now. Plonk that on top. Evolve it. Loses summoning sickness. Chuck that in there. Oh, we finally killed it in the middle. But you can play basically everything. Has 10 mana. Bird dead. Direct hit to the face. Dead. There we go. See, we lost. Defeat! And the toes. So I'm guessing there's a crafting mechanic that uses the blue ones. Ah, there we go, yeah. Okay, that's really annoying. Like, can they put a left and right on here so that you can flip between the different cards? That would make a lot of sense, you know? But instead they've gone, hey, you know what would be really fun? Let's not do that. Oh, I see. We've got all of our elementalists here. The rule book. Not much of a rule book. You need to make that a little bit more robust. How about some sections and pictures of what things mean? That would be nice. Plano decks. So the little fox thing can evolve into lots of things. But the one that we've got hasn't appeared in there. Oh, because it's got its own special category of dark ones. Woo. But what's it showing that I've got one of every single one? That feels a bit silly. Like, don't include that 1X. And we can craft them from this page. Right. Right. Actually, let's buy it. Let's get one booster pack of 3 cards for 500. A booster pack. I was top 500, not top 100. That's fair enough, man. Like, you could have left it there, and we would have had no idea. But it's good that you've ended up deciding to say, no, I need to reveal this. We don't have the pre-evolution of that. Don't have the pre-evolution of that. And we've already got one of those stupid burbs. Exciting. Alright, let's try and take this wiener down. Found your old tournament place thing. 390th. That's not bad, man. It's not bad at all. Considering how hot the competition was. Like, if someone ends up saying they go day 2 at Magic, it's like, that's bloody great. Like, well done. If you get day 2, well done. I've got to go along to one of these Magic events at some point. Because I go to pre-releases and I do all this sort of stuff, but the next time they come to London or something, I'm definitely going to have to sort that out. So in 1 turn, something's going to appear there. In 3 turns, something's going to appear there. And in 5 turns, something's going to appear there. Right, let's see if we can win from going on to turn 1, okay? February 2017. Jeez. I thought you were talking old school Yu-Gi-Oh! Not recent, like, I say recent 2017. But damn. Oh, was it connecting to chat? There we go. Sorry, I did that thing where it looked over at chat and it ended up saying connecting to chat, and I'm like, oh god, what's it doing? Dual Links was about 2 months old at the time. Ah. I should have probably checked what the effect is that's happening there. But yeah, I saw like lots of the Yu-Gi-Oh games, and I think the only one that I played back in the day was on the PlayStation. And then modern Yu-Gi-Oh scared me. Oh, sorry, dude. Waiting for the return of the Markman. Evolution. Oh no, not my little hedgehog. Should be fine, it's got a shield. Welcome on back, Markman, and welcome back everyone else. Most modern things scare me. A lot of modern things scare me. I'm just terrified all the time nowadays. That's just a big boy, so then we might as well put that down. It's going to be able to endure a hit. But yeah, whee! An achievement. Yeah, I haven't actually played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! In like recent times. I saw the free-to-play game, and I was like, oh, that sounds awesome. And I was like, should really give that a go, and I was just like, it means learning a whole card system again. Which I've done. Well, I say done. I still have no idea what this 460 number is underneath here. Whatever number it is. 480 it is now. No, 460 still. But, yeah, I should really give it a go. It's just downloading the whole bloody client again. Well, again. It's downloading all the bloody client. Let's see if the dog survives. The hedgehog will not survive this. It's dead. Go up big and strong. There we go, shockwave. Right, go on. That's that one dead. I think we might run this one. Yeah, I really do want to give this Funko Burst thing a go at some point. Because the actual little, like... You get little actual Funko Pops as your character for the game. It's like, oh, that's really cool. It's a little Darkwing Duck. And from what I've read, it plays like XCOM. And it's like, oh, that's awesome. Like, you have to move them around, and there's little grids and tiles, and you have to, like, figure out lines of sight, and you only have certain activities and moves you can do in a turn. It's like, oh, this sounds really good. I really want to try this. The only person I can play it with, because they're only little, they're under 10, they're like, no. The box art clearly says that it's 10 plus. Good kid. Maybe too good for your own good, you know? I can't sit down before you're 18 and watch RoboCop with you. Ah! I can't make the same mistake twice. Tell them the age requirement is only for stupid kids. That's a good point. This is... You have to remember that the age rating is only for really stupid kids. Like, only the really stupid ones need it. Yeah. Similar character for Silames. Like, they're all fine. Like, it's a tiny little Darkwing Duck, and he's holding his hand out, ready for little things that you can put in there. So that can be a little croquet thing, or you can put a little gun in his hand. It's like, oh, that's nice. Let's pop that on there. Make it even stronger. Go! Cubone Dog is also dead. And the battle is won. Funko will find a way for you to hate Darkwing Duck. Oh, to live such joys. I ended up being in Asda last week, and I was like, right, well, they got a special on Pokemon Funko Pops, and I was like, I'll get her the Lapras one. So now there's a Lapras Funko Pop that's waiting for Friday, and I'm like, oh, fantastic. So that'd be lovely. Looking forward to chucking that her way. She'll be delighted. Whee! Fly the little ship around. Right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it there, because it's a Wednesday night, and I'm kind of directionless in this game. I mean, I could continue going on through the various levels, but I think I am gonna call it there for the evening, because I've got work in the city tomorrow, so that's gonna be fun. And then I've got a very busy after the work as well. Oh, but I will get everything done. We'll get everything done. Eventually. I mean, low res is going to be an interesting one to finish off. Because we're going to get it done. We're going to get Series 2, Episode 3 out the door. Ah, well indeed, False Zero. And I'm looking forward to editing the episode that you're on as well. That's going to be great fun. And the ones with all of the new guests that are coming up. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how the new guests end up appearing on low res. Because that's going to be a fun one. You never know how it's going to look until you end up finishing the edit. So, wonderful. Now, any other housekeeping at the moment? Nothing much from me. I'm enjoying Season 2. I'm looking forward to seeing what more we can do in Season 2. I'm looking forward to, as well, one day going through and editing all the old episodes again so that they're up to the same standards, shall we say. Because seeing Episode 1 is a bit rough now. You can tell it was a pilot. It's like, oh, all of the things that we set up for much later. For a tactical stream with no need for booster packs. No need except for the 2 we purchased. Not with real money, but in-game money. Which is nice for a change. It's very nice for a change. So, thank you all so much for being here this evening. I hope you've had a good time in seeing this weird and wacky game. Cosmic Nexus. Well, sorry, Final Stardust, Cosmic Nexus. I always say Cosmic Nexus and I always forget the first bit. But hopefully you've enjoyed seeing a bit of this game. I'm looking forward to seeing where this game goes. Because if they evolve it some more, that would be a lot of fun. Thank you, Mark, man. Hopefully you have a jolly good night as well. Episode is a testament to their vision, so it's perfect. It's so far below the quality. Like, even when I first put it out, I was like, oh, this is rough. Like, the microphone wasn't in the right place. I was sat at the other side of the room, and the monitor was all the way over here, so that's the only way I could see the guests. And I was like, no, let's just bring everything in to here. Like, I do need to set up at some point, either streaming low res on this channel or setting up a dedicated channel for low res. So either one, like just having a bit of a watch along and a little bit of a sort of discussion as well at the same time, of having a few people in a Discord call and just sort of going, oh, so like, do you remember this bit and all this sort of stuff, and like seeing what people remember from each taping and stuff like that, and seeing a bit of how the sausage is made. Because we haven't released DLC episodes for the other episodes yet, only for one episode so far. DLC, by the way, means digital lost content in this regard. So the lost content from a low-res episode. The stuff that doesn't make it into the final episode because it either doesn't make sense or it's out of context and doesn't tie into anything, or it messes with the flow of the show. But anyways, I'm rambling again. So thank you so much for being here. If you're watching on the VOD, thank you so much for watching on the VOD. If you're watching this in some other way, 300 years in the future, well, hello there. Hopefully you're doing well. I don't know why this is a cultural artifact, but there you go. And I will see you again at some point.
That was another hashtag Pro Gamer moment, brought to you by Mount Pain Goo. Feel the goo.
Thank you for that hashtag Pro Gamer moment, brought to you yet again by Mount Pain Goo. And you're just spamming all the things down. You're spamming it all, aren't you? Get it. Go on, enjoy it. Wait for the rise. Wait for the rise. And
Who flopped my sausage? Did you know sausages have a 33.3% chance of causing heart attacks in those who consume them
What the
excessively?
dog doing?
Watch out for those stats, folks.
good advice. Thank you so much, Sausage Ron, for that. And flop my sausage indeed. Ooh, flop my sausage. And that was the Mr. Matt Internet Sofa stream, and I hope to see you again at some point in the very near future. But for now, bye for now.